Hello everyone and welcome back guys to a brand new video where today we're here back with more iRacing. This time round we're here in the IMSA Pilot Challenges. Obviously last time round we raced in the normal IMSA series. This time round though we're here at Sebring for the Pilot Challenge. 30-minute races and we're in the brand new McLaren GT4 car. Haven't done much practice for this one, but I must admit the McLaren feels a whole lot better than the Porsche and the BMW. I was honestly, I think the reason that sort of kept me away from this series a whole lot more. The Porsche just felt too light, the BMW kind of just felt too heavy, but this thing feels just right, ready for the new season. I'm sure after we get driving it, I'm sure we'll find some quirks and things that we're not such a fan of with this car. But yeah, back though for the new season, very much looking forward to diving into this race. 30 minutes here around Sebring, probably going to be about 14, we might just stretch over onto lap 15 at the end of this one as well. But yeah, starting P15 as the number 11 car. Hopefully from the back we can try and avoid some carnage at the start and really move our way forward. But yeah, make sure if you're new around here, you get yourself subscribed to the channel as well, obviously for more iRacing content. But let's get ready to go green then. The start of this race. There we go, green flag racing here from Sebring. We're just going to keep it nice and easy on this opening couple of corners. You know, I'm sure there's probably going to be a bit of carnage as everyone tries to get to grips with their machinery down in towards the first turn. Not too big a field split. That's not quite what you want to do. There's someone else already on the grass, so we'll make a couple of spots straight off the bat there. Obviously, if we can walk away with a little bit more iRating. As again, can't you roll back a bit? That's fine. Just a tiny knock on the front end there. I thought he was going to continue rolling back, but apparently not. I think we've probably lost a little bit of front aero there, but we should be up almost inside the top 10 straight off the bat there. Nonetheless, hopefully that damage won't cost us too much top end speed. But yeah, the McLaren, like I said, does feel a whole lot better than the Porsche or the BMW. Again, I sort of ran the Porsche a bit last season, and it just felt like any time you got over like any sort of curb, it would just fly into the air, the traction control would cut in, and it would just spin every time. And I think the BMW felt even worse. In all honesty, it just felt like an absolute boat to drive in past seasons as well. But yeah, the McLaren does feel a bit more like an actual race car. I think that's always the important thing, you know. You've still got to remember these things don't have the same sort of grip as the GT3s. You know, you have got to brake a little bit earlier into the corners in a lot of places. As you don't want to clip that curb too often, buddy. That might give us a bit of a run on this guy. I know he's aware of it. He's going to go a bit defensive out onto the back straightaway. But yeah, I think it's just about trying to find that balance. You know, this thing you can sort of chuck around a little bit more than the other two, I feel. As we get a good undercut on this guy, we should have a look inside out onto the back straight. So, decent little start then to this race, apart from, of course, the 4X. This Porsche is probably going to come back at us, though, as we head down onto the back straightaway. I think we've definitely lost a little bit of top end. I don't think this thing's brilliant top end either, but normally, nor is the Porsche. Break at the 3 cones. We'll try and get a bit of a good run at sunset. See if we can do the old up and under. Oh, he's going to try and slam the door, but we were there. And he's just about going to get the run out of the final corner then. So already I think the top 10 very much breaking away from the rear of the field, or the top 9 even I should say. But we are P11. Too worried if we lose a little bit of iRating in this one. I can't lie. Come on. Porsche very, very slow through the corners. Really not got a lot of confidence, but very, very happy to go aggressive on the defending. We'll have a send at the inside, and we should now have pulled off that move up into crew chief happy with that one as well. And yeah, hopefully now, I mean, 4 seconds already to the guys up the road. I think we're probably going to need P8, P9 if we want to gain any iRate out of this. We are, yeah, like I said, the 11 car in this one. Not too many cars actually in this race. I'm not too sure how many TCLs we've got in this one either. But yeah, there were quite a lot of sign-ups because this is, well, I mean, it's not an official race, of course, but it's actually been streamed by RaceSpot as well, or Top Split is anyway, of course. I'm definitely not Top Split material, so this one isn't being streamed. I'm going to guess there was sort of Split 2, Split 3, I think, for this race. There were about 200 sign-ups, so you should hopefully get some good SOF racing, sort of wherever you are, up and down the field as well. But yeah, hopefully we can try and close that gap to the guys in front. We just need to try and get used to this car though. Like I said, didn't get much chance to do any practice in this thing. We sort of just jumped in and sort of saw how we would handle in this thing. But yeah, obviously no pit stops as well in the Pilot Challenge, so just one less thing to worry about in that sense. Not that you'd really want to have to pit in a 30-minute race anyway. Someone's had issues by the sounds of it. Because yeah, this thing very much does feel like you can actually get it pointed where you want. Just nicking the grass out onto the back straight. But yeah, I'm going to have to monitor the gap to the guys in front, because I feel like everyone in front of us is just sort of in a big huddle at the moment, sort of dragging each other along, whilst the back markers, they were sort of just squabbling with each other a bit too much on that one. A lot of opposite steering through sunset. This is just trying to keep it balanced over the bump. Someone's had an issue, so maybe Valentino might fall back into our clutches just a little bit. But yeah, the top guy, I think he got pole by 1.3 seconds or something ridiculous, and then everyone behind him is really bunched up as well. So we are a little way off the pace. Try and get as close to that inside wall as you dare. For the traffic cone, of course, on the inside, but yeah, we're not too far off. Especially as hopefully we'll be able to find a little bit more pace in the car. But I definitely think at the moment, obviously, this car is by far and away my favourite GT4. I've never really, like I said, gelled with the other two early on iRacing. Is actually the #1 guy now, just behind us, 2.1k iRating. We do still want to try and gain more iRating if we can in these races, but again, I'm not too worried about just losing a few if it comes to it as well. Just scrubbing the brakes slightly. Down towards the next corner is this guy. I think, yeah, he might be the key to sort of drag us up the order just a little bit. I was surprised as well, actually, by just how few McLarens are in this race, and I don't think I'm revving this thing enough as well. I think I've just noticed. That was brave on the brakes. Brave or stupid, whichever you want to call it. Actually, I say that. I don't think we're doing too badly on the revving. But yeah, just everyone else sort of pulling away at the moment, so I think this one's going to be a bit more of a learning experience for us. More than anything else, just trying to get to grips with the new motor. Again, Sebring's never been a track I'm particularly comfortable at either, unfortunately, on most games. Obviously, I did the 12-hour over on Forza last weekend at the time of recording this, so I think crew chief's just going to tell us there's yellow flags there every time. But yeah, didn't really sort of do a lot for that event, I won't lie. I only did the one stint, 2 hours in the car, hence why there was no sort of socials about it or things like that as well. But yeah, hopefully we can just continue beating our PB. That might be the key early on in this race, just trying to find a bit more time lap after lap. Oh god, that's not what you want.
Yellow flag, watch out, incident in sunset. It looks like Stevenson.
That is really not what you want. The GT3s haven't really fallen back all too much either. Sorry, the TCRs even. Hopefully we should be able to still stay away. Yeah, we should still comfortably ahead of those guys, but back down to, I think, where we started then, P15 in this race. Minus 78 if we were to finish here, so all that good job we did back in the IMSA race we did at the Nürburgring in the Porsche could get pretty much all undone in this one, so we do need to try and close back up. Again, don't obviously want to make more mistakes as we try to get more used to the car. Always that thing with the GT4s that just feel a bit almost old-fashioned, I guess, where you're so used to GT3 cars. Obviously these things just don't have the same sort of grip and you expect them to handle pretty similarly. I do need to definitely do some more running in them if I want to get better. Perhaps I need to do some ACC with them as well. Yeah, just everything sort of feels a bit more old school, including the steering wheel in this thing. I was very surprised when I got in it. It felt like something that ripped straight from the MP4-4. I won't lie, when I jumped in this thing and found it still on an oval wheel. Not quite what I was expecting, I can't lie. Let's try and work out how much you can lean on the brakes, or see how much you can sort of get the car stabbed into the corner as well. It's pretty crucial in this thing, just trying to find the pace, but I think, yeah, the front end of damage as well has probably cost us, you know, sort of that good opportunity to be, you know, sort of gaining time on a lot of people. I think just how much we're losing top end, yeah, is really sets to struggle in this race, but, you know, first time in the McLaren, it's a learning experience, as I keep saying. Hopefully, yeah, we can, even if it just ends up being more of a half-hour practice session more than anything else. I'll still take it at the end of the day, but I think we should have a little bit more pace than a couple of the guys in front of us. I think we have still got a bit more than Bastien and Paul.
There's an incident in Sunset.
As soon as I say
Yellow
that.
flag. Caution.
This guy might do a dodgy rejoin. No, we get away with that.
Left side, clear left.
So we are up one spot once more. I think, yeah, mistakes will probably be made by people as well. Is that going to be a new PB? I think it is, just, yeah. By 5 thousandths of a second. We need to be down to the 12s, however. It's got to be smooth with this thing. That's the key. 6 seconds to the guys in front, though. Yeah, I mean, they're both hitting 12s. Try and get it a bit tidier, get it over the curbs a bit more. Try and get it where you want it. I mean, we now might have a bit of a battle on our hands with Bastien behind us. Here, we can have a bit of battle in, that'll be okay.
20 minutes remaining, you've got 20 minutes left. This is okay. Keep those exit speeds up.
Come on, Rosen. Trying in a couple of places still. Braking so late. Just thrown away so much time.
1.1.
I feel like when we get it hooked up, we're actually pretty quick in this thing. Again, it's just trying to get it hooked up consistently, lap after lap. Corner after corner, more it feels like in this one. That was a good run. That's what we needed. We need to really slingshot ourselves out onto this straight, as I think Bastien behind us is struggling. So I think he was actually the guy we had contact with on that one after he dropped it. Trying not to run too wide into that. Well, I think that's why we tipped the back end round earlier on. Yeah, it's going to be another new PB though, despite the mistakes. I think, yeah, if we can get a good hooked up lap, we'll probably be looking towards the 11s. Let's just wait and see. Oh no. It's just so frustrating. You feel like it tips around so easily. Oh, God.
Car right.
No, we
Clear
gotta
right.
deal with the TCRs.
Incident in. A hairpin.
Feel that guy's not too happy. It's just so annoying. Oh, and I think 2 of the other guys came together as well. Yeah, I think 2 of the... Oh, we would have been right with them now as well. That's so annoying. Again, just keep it clean, keep it tidy. It's not the end of the world, there'll be plenty more carnage. It can come back to us a bit more. That's our first 1x of the day. First off track. That's not slow down, can't lie. Oh, get off there. Yeah, we've definitely still got the pace of a Bastien, but we're losing so much down the straights. the gap to Bastion then 8.6 as we cross the line. I'm going to have a bit of a wider apex. Seems to keep it pinned on the exit. That has worked quite nicely. Deep into 2, but we get it rotated through 3 and 4 quite nicely. And a lot of this curve is about trying to get a lot of this track, sorry, is about trying to get to as close to the curves as you can without actually clipping them too badly. Right, come on. Let's hit some times. I know we've got good pace, I know we can still take Bastion in, at the very least. Maybe if there's more carnage.
15 minutes left.
Halfway.
That's half distance. Fuel levels are fine.
Really trying to use the engine brake a bit more. Again, don't want to overstep the rear end either. It's weird how different the ABS works on these things relative to GT3s as well, it feels like. They're completely different beasts. That was a pretty decent run again. Not quite as good as my other lap, but we're doing alright. Come on. Get the front end in. Try and get the run on the exit of the corner. There we have taken about 1.2, 1.3 out of Bastion.
15th place. Come on, stay focused. Apexes and exits. Apexes and exits. Sector 1 is 3.8 seconds off the pace. Sector 2 is 0.5
right.
off the pace.
That's probably
Sector
more
3 times
accurate.
okay.
That's probably not accurate. That's good. Kept it in third, although the traction control's still dancing around. Trying to stop it tipping around on itself. It does feel definitely a lot more like the Porsche than the BMW, which I think everyone would probably expect in this thing. But again, like all the GT4s, it lures you to false sense of security, I don't know. But you feel like you can get away with GT3 style racing in this thing, and it will just go around on you. It'll be a nice friendly reminder. Trying to work out just how aggressive we can be with it still. I mean, it will take a few weeks just to learn. That was a good run. Well, I think Bastion's getting quicker again. Now he's got someone to chase.
You've got half your fuel left.
Oh, let's see smoke.
Sunset.
It is Bastion. So we are now back with him. So this is going to be by far and away a new PB. Down into the mid-12s. 12.4. That's what I'm talking about.
Your lap times are improving.
Now hopefully we've got a benchmark as well, someone to chase. want to start and finish this race in last. I can't lie. I'd like to walk away with something a bit more. So was Bastian. Yeah, still taking more and more time out of the guys in front. Oh, that was good. Actually, somewhat saw the apex there. One of those moments where you feel like the back end's either going to tip on you or it isn't, but we got away with it that time. Just 10 minutes to go of this race.
To go. That's 10 minutes left.
I've just said that, crew chief, thank you. Taking a lot of curb. Just trying to work out what you can get away with. That was a lot of curb on the exit as well. Hasn't given it a particularly great run, but I think I'm working with it. So we'll get some slipstream as well. These things really do pick up the toe nicely. Bastian again, a bit wide.
On your left.
Side by side out the final corner. Come on, let's have him.
Still there.
I think he's got damage.
Clear left, E14. Sector 3 is 5.7 seconds off the pace. Good pass, well done.
In front. Oh, that was close. Let's see if we can close it to Simon. I think we can consistently hit 12 still. We should be good. Apparently Simon's best is still a 2:14, but I would have thought he's gone quicker with invalidations. So we lost nearly a tenth of a second through there.
The track temperature is increasing. It's now 42 Celsius. Don't be distracted. Defend your position.
Definitely starting to get used to this thing now. Definitely starting to get a bit more to grips with it. But are we going to have enough time to close down the gap? That's the real question. Ooh, oh. It's getting a pretty tidy run. Taking just over a second a lap out of Simon, I think. But I think him and Paul need to start battling if we want to close up. Or no, or we do that instead. Again. It's just a battle between Bastian about who makes slightly less mistakes. And that's not going to help us with the front aero damage either.
B15.
It's just a game of cat and mouse. Again, I refuse to finish last though. Let's just try and get back to him and then just bring it home, I think. We both had a bit of a catastrophic start to this championship. A couple of lapped cars though. Weirdly enough, I wonder if that damage has actually helped the front end. Oh god, no, clip the grass. Got away with that. Threw away a lot of time, but we got away with it. You can't be that aggressive with the steering in these things. That's what I need to remember. I don't like a GT3 car. It's certainly been a tough old race, but we've learned a lot about this car. And to be honest, I think if you want to look at positives, that's certainly the one takeaway from this.
5 minutes remaining, 5 minutes left.
Gotta remember to pass on the throttle if I need to. The back end's trying to tip. How is Bastien going to get on with these lap cars?
The lap time was at 2:13.4. Slower class car ahead.
Where are we going to be able to get past this guy? On the outside through that, hopefully won't cost us any time at all.
Of fuel remaining.
Yeah, I think to be honest, had everything gone perfectly for us, we might have had a pace to finish about 10th or 11th.
Push. Get this guy.
I don't think we were ever going to get much more out of it. But again, it'll come with practice, it'll come with experience. And hopefully with a better track for us. Just never been able to gel with Sebring in any game. Right, come on. Let's get past Bastien again. Let's try to look past this TCR. We'll get past this guy on the back straight. He can give us a bit of time. Thank you.
Car left.
Bastien's going to give us some slipstream.
Clear left.
As long as we get a good battle out of this towards the end, 2 to go. Back in, try it again. Right, come on, let's do this. Backwards and forwards with this battle for the wooden spoon.
Sectors 2 and 3 are 0.2 off the pace. You're 2/10 off the pace in sector 1.
8 as well.
For cutting the track.
Don't think we're going to walk away with much, if any, SR either.
To go, 2 minutes.
That's on the grass. Be lucky if he's got away with that. About a 1x. Yeah, see that 12.4 though. About 1.6 off the leader, but only about a second off the rest of the podium runners.
Incident in Cunningham, clear left.
I am not good at this. Yeah, that's completely knackered the car as well.
You're coming up on a slower class car.
Where's he gone? Oh, but he's disappeared. That might be a bit of a rip to end this. That's not good. Oh god, don't get more 1Xs. Yeah, I think that might be us out of this. Unfortunately.
Between the lines.
Yeah, no, the steering's not destroyed actually. That was just the weird calibration thing that I keep moaning away. Oh, well, that doesn't top off what was an interesting race. I don't know what will. Apologies, yeah, to Bastian. After all that hype over potentially a battle. Not my finest moment at the end of this race, unfortunately. But we have only got one more to go, so we may as well try and get to the finish. Just nudge the wheel on the grass as we try to avoid him because you were way earlier than I thought you would.
One more to go.
Prove you've lying to me about my position to make me feel good. Yeah, let's just get this thing to the flag then. Not a particularly good day at the office. Minus 65 I rating brings us back down to the mid 1.8Ks. Probably going to lose about 0.2, 0.3 SR as well. Brings us back to like 2.5, 2.6 if we're lucky. But yeah, a learning experience. That's what we're calling this one. But I definitely feel like we've got potential in this car though. Definitely feel like we can get more out of it. Marcus has already crossed the line by the looks of it, so we're a long way behind, 85 seconds. But at the end of the day, we are still hopefully going to get to the flag. Yeah, I can't help but feel like if we didn't have that front wing damage, maybe there could have been a bit more pace, a bit more confidence in the car, but I think, yeah, it's probably affected the aero slightly as well, costing us top end and stability. So not the best test day in the world.
Stevenson is now in the lead.
Coming in towards the final couple of corners. Don't know where we're racing next week, but hopefully it's trying some better curves as well.
We estimate you've got 5 minutes of fuel remaining.
The TCR split seemed to be about as spread out as ours was as well. But anyway, in towards sunset for the final time though. In this race, yeah, an interesting one, I think is what we're dubbing it. Don't want more of the wall in the final corner. Through the final turn we go though. It is going to be P15 to P14 at the end of this race. Not a particularly great one to write home about, but the start of a new experience in the McLaren nonetheless. Thank you all so much for watching. If you did enjoy, do make sure you leave a like, get yourself subscribed as well. But yeah, we will be back very, very soon with more iRacing.